that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Chattin. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got a ton of things to talk about. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. We got a lot of things to talk about. It's a very busy season right here. Yeah, this ain't that type of party, Pavle Stanimirovich. I will mention that really quick, but me and you will do a show about that. All right, make it better. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Hope everyone's having a great day. Will, how are you? Good afternoon, Staxx. Morning by clock, but night by choice. Paula, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Rory, what's going on? Craig, got Punch in the building. Rah, what's going on? There was a huge art heist in Paris, France, and me and you will do a show about it. They used this truck, put the truck to the building and sawed a hole. But we got a professional in the chat, a serious professional ex-jewel thief, and me and him will do a show about it. Mick, how you doing? John and Sadie show, what's going on? Streets are crazy. Yes, they are. I mean, you really can't make this shit up that's going on. Apparently, I'm a terrible person because I support people coming to this country the right way. Apparently, I'm a terrible person. I'm a racist and all this crazy shit. I don't get it. Come here the right way. Get your visa. Come here the right way. Do the right thing. Why is that so hard to, wrap your head around that? Apparently, you're a bad person if you feel any different than they do. But whatever. Cool. I guess I'm a bad person then. But anyway, fellow YouTuber Josh, he has a show called The Homie Hangout. He goes by Rascal. He has passed away from a self-inflicted gunshot wound yesterday. Very sad situation. He had a successful YouTube channel called The Homie Hangout, where he would expose rats, and get their paperwork. He exposed a guy named, they call him Gunner. Gunner? No, Dubs. Gunner's the other guy. Dubs has a YouTube channel. Came out here trying to act like it's disrespectful to be in the SNY yard, but he was in that SNY yard. He dropped out, and he's like, I didn't tell on anybody. Yeah, but you lied to your subscribers. You talked to the cops. You told them that your gang, the Mexican Mafia, committed over 300 murders. He told them all kinds of information. It's crazy. And then he comes out here on YouTube trying to act like he's a stand-up guy. It's crazy. I don't understand people's mentality. and they wonder why people are upset. It's because you lied, man. You lied. You're a liar. Your word ain't shit. You're not a solid individual. He calls the higher-ups in his organization legends, right? Yeah, the legends that he told on. It's insane. Insane. Maybe I'll jump back on taking care of the ratas again, because people love it. Hey, Floyd, what's going on? Thanks for joining me. Gators, how are you? We got a lot of things that are going on out there. It's pretty hectic. And we're covering everything. I mean, everything. So we're going to start this show off with news from Connecticut. Foxwoods Casino has a large police presence at the moment. Law enforcement situation is underway at Foxwoods. As of 2 minutes ago, a man in his 20s has died after another driver who sped off after police traffic stop in his vehicle on Albany Ave in Hartford. Oh, this is a different situation. So there's a heavy law enforcement police presence at Foxwoods Casino right now. So I will bring you more information as it becomes available. This other story is out of Hartford, Connecticut. 20-year-old man has died after another driver who sped off after police traffic stop hit his vehicle on Albany Ave in Hartford. Albany Ave is a treacherous street. A lot of activity out there, we'll say. The suspect is critically injured. Police say that they do not expect the person to survive. The fire department in Hartford responded to a 2-vehicle crash in the area of 1510 Albany Ave around 11:59 p.m. Sunday and found a car on fire. One person has been thrown from the vehicle and another person was trapped in the other vehicle. They requested multiple ambulances. Hartford police held a news conference Monday morning and said officers saw a 2009 gray Infiniti that had several violations heading west on Albany Ave area just before midnight and tried to stop it on Albany Ave and Garden Street, but the driver sped off and police chose not to pursue it. The suspect kept going at dangerous speeds, lost control, and hit another vehicle driven by the victim. The man in his 20s, police said. The victim died at the scene. According to the fire department, crews extracted the victim at the scene and found he was fatally injured. The suspect is hospitalized, and his injuries, police said, are non-survivable. So inside the suspect's car, they found a firearm and drugs. They say the driver was listed in deadly weapon offense registry. So I guess there's a deadly weapons offense registry out here in Connecticut if you get caught with a firearm. And I did not know that. The fire department says, I know they have shot spotter all over the place in this state. So if you shoot a gun, they will find out where it came from. The fire department said the driver who survived the crash but sustained critical injuries has been in the vehicle that was on fire. Firefighters found a person lying in the middle of the road with critical injuries. Paramedics treated the person and took them to the hospital. Firefighters put out the car fire. Police said the suspect has catastrophic injuries and is not expected to survive. The fire marshal was called to investigate. Hartford police said that police requested to secure the scene and handle the traffic and will remain at the scene for an investigation. Police are notifying the family and has not released either person's name. That's a crazy situation. But anyway, like I was saying, rest in peace to Josh from the Homie Hangout. If you're struggling with mental health issues, reach out to somebody. There's somebody out there that cares. You don't have to go through that alone, you know? And there's no reason on this earth to unalive yourself. There is absolutely no reason for that. There's always someone that will listen to the things that you got to say. So don't ever think that's an option. because other people have to clean up your mess. You're gone. It's like other people have to clean up your mess. And it's not fair to people. So if you're struggling, reach out to someone or call, I think it's star 988. Hey, Morto, what's going on? How are you? What's up, guys? I hate to see anybody pinched by this scrammo. Floyd, what's going on? How are you? So, Richard, how are you, man? TCG, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you guys. Waddell, how are you? Yeah, be on the lookout for a show that me and Punch will do about the jewel thief robbery. It's a pretty big case right now. It's all over the place. But we got a lot of things to talk about today, and I don't want to give it not enough attention. But we will get back to that story eventually. All right, so here's the incident at Foxwoods. There's not a lot of information here, but here's what they have. Connecticut State Police are assisting with an incident at Foxwoods Casino. Connecticut State Police are assisting Foxwoods Casino with an ongoing investigation as Monday morning. State Police confirmed in an email that the troopers have responded to the casino in Massatucket. I think that's how you say it. Police said they didn't share any other information. They shared a photo with the Connecticut showed several police cruisers parked outside of the casino's entrance. The news did reach out to Foxwoods for additional details on the incident, but they did not respond back for a comment. So I will let you guys know when I hear more information. I usually go to Mohegan. It's a lot better than Foxwoods, but shout out to Foxwoods. I'm going to go there too. But normally I go to Mohegan. So in other news, I told you guys we were going to do a show about this. The Sin City Disciples, high-ranking Sin City operative, gets over 24 years for ordering witness killed in Gary. Nearly 15 years after Jocelyn Pieface Blair was blazingly gunned down inside a busy Gary diner, a man federal prosecutors said ordered her death was sentenced. Ronnie Black Major, 55 years old, of Gary, was sentenced Thursday to 292 months in U.S. District Court in the Northern District of Indiana. Just over 24 years in prison. Afterwards, he will serve 3 years of supervised release. He faced 30 years to life in prison. U.S. District Judge sealed nearly 45-minute hearing, meaning reporters were barred from the courtroom. Records show U.S. Attorney with co-counsel filing sealed motions and documents Monday, which presumably were discussed in court. Blair, 31, was an eyewitness to the 2008 shooting in Gary, for which Ronnie Major was later convicted of battery in Lake County Court. She was shot to death earlier in December 19, 2010, at a Coney Island restaurant in Gary. Major was charged in December 2016, that's 6 years later, in connection with Blair's death. He was released initially in 2019 after Lake County prosecutors took too long to bring him to trial. Federal prosecutors indicted him on October 2021 in U.S. District Court as part of a 15-man racketeering and drug conspiracy for the Sin City Disciples Motorcycle Club. reputed Gary motorcycle gang, they say. The 57-page superseding indictment read like a television drama, wavering tales of influence, obscenities, intimidation, an internal power struggle, drugs, guns, and murders spanning multiple states, including local, regional, and national chapters of the Sin City Disciples. The club's leadership ran the group with an iron fist, enforcing strict code of respect and obedience, where offenders could be disciplined with beatings or death, according to court documents. The documents outlined how the Sin City Disciples would intimidate other motorcycle clubs into becoming their support clubs, extorting dues and support. Major pleaded guilty in May of 2024 in Blair's death to conspiracy to participate in racketeering activity and murder. Court documents indicated that he served as the group's vice president at a point. His lawyer said he denied to comment by emailing after the hearing. In the court filing, they wrote Major stopped actively participating in the Sin City Disciples in 2011. The lawyer asked for a low-end sentence, like 292 months, citing his client's plea deal, rehabilitation efforts in prison, his age and lack of recent criminal activity, his health, and reduced recidivism risk. Federal judge can sentence defendants under the minimum guidelines. He added, they asked for a low-end sentence for Major, who would be nearly 80 when he's released, if he makes it that far. Court records stated after Major reportedly put out a hit on Blair, the trio had planned to get Blair at the Sin City Disciples Club at 8th Avenue and Virginia Street and take her to a hotel where his brother-in-law, Antone Gates, wanted Major's nephew, Jamal Brooks, to kill her. But after leaving the Sin City Disciples Club, Michael Rivera went in a car with Blair while Gates and Brooks rode in another car to Coney Island on Broadway, court records show. Gates went inside and Brooks said he heard 7 to 8 shots, according to court records. Gates returned to the car and said he shot Blair in the head and had accidentally shot Rivera in the thigh, court records stated. According to court documents, Major reportedly gave Gates 10 stacks, meaning $10,000, for Blair's homicide. A jail informant testified at Major's bail hearing. Major also reportedly told an informant that they can't charge me with murder, but they can charge me with conspiracy to commit murder, documents said. Gates was sentenced to 25 years in Blair's death in July after he spent 13 years in Lake County Jail awaiting trial. That's a long fucking time. The alleged getaway driver got 7 years in June. 3 Sin City Disciples defendants still need to choose if they will go to trial or sign a plea deal. A handful of others, including Rivera, are awaiting sentencing. Major's wife, Shanice Major, had her murder case dismissed in November. The case stemmed from the killing of 72-year-old man outside of her home. Major was initially charged on the same count in 2012 in the slaying of Carl Griffin Sr., but after a key witness in the case was murdered, the state dismissed the charges against her in June of 2017 without prejudice. That means they can bring the case back. His son, Laren Major, also facing an unrelated murder case in Lake County for allegedly shooting and killing a drug dealer. Holy shit. So in that case, a 20-year-old man is charged with robbing and killing a drug dealer. A Gary man faces charges after robbing and killing a man during a drug deal. Charges say LaRon Major, 20, is charged with murder. He will be going to trial, and we will see what happens with that case. I will keep you guys updated as more information becomes available. I mean, it's crazy. Shit goes on and on. Let me see here. In other news, a Yankees ex-Yankee player has passed away at the age of 35 after horror motorcycle accident, as tributes pour in from baseball catcher. Ex-Yankee star Jesus Mortero died at the age of 35 in a motorcycle accident. Tributes are pouring in from 5 major league players who tragically he was hit by a pickup truck in his home city of Valencia, Venezuela. I don't know where the hell that is. Says the star was driving his motorbike on October 7th when he was fatally struck by a van. He was rushed to the hospital where he was reportedly put in an induced coma and later died from his injuries. Following the announcement of his death on Sunday, tributes have poured in for the athlete. The Yankees said the Yankees are deeply saddened to learn that the passing of Jesus. They send our sincerest condolences to his family and his loved ones. He was signed to the team in 2006. He was just 17 years old. Holy shit. They signed him out of Venezuela. Holy fuck. Oh, he signed to another team, but then he got drafted to the Yankees. He later made the major leagues debut in 2011. So he got signed to the minors in 2006, and he got drafted into the majors in 2011. So 5 years later, damn, he was young. Shit, 17. He was like, what, 22? Fucking 22 playing for the Yankees. Can you imagine that? Insane. See, it goes to show you, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter any of that shit. You, flying through traffic, whatever. Shamu. Jaman, what's going on? STMC, how are you? Thank you guys for joining me today. Joe Blunts. We got Joe Blunts in the house. I got some major things coming up I'm going to be announcing. Ken, how you doing? Sealed means more arrests coming. I believe that. Hit that like button. Mountain Woman, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Lindsay says, Mountain Woman, sending hugs. Craig. We got a lot of people in the house. We got 60 people in the house. Bella, how are you? Thank you for joining me, Bella. We got a lot of people pouring in. We're really hitting a lot of strides, and I couldn't be happier. So this situation is pretty nuts. The Chitwood situation. This guy just can't get enough. He absolutely despises motorcycle clubs. We're going to do a deep dive on Chitwood because we heard some information about the man. And I hear he will absolutely not come on this show. He absolutely will not, people are saying. They said he's just not with it. He doesn't want to answer questions. But he is going to have some explaining to do. So, Volusia County deputies partially close ISB Bridge in Daytona just to ticket the Pagans Biker Club members. That's insane. That's crazy entrapment. But don't get me wrong. Listen, this has happened to multiple other motorcycle clubs. The Outlaws have dealt with this type of shit, even at funerals. They deal with this type of shit at funerals. They'll be laying one of their brothers to rest. They'll be on their way into the funeral. Boom, they'll be all trapped. They'll cut everybody off and start hemming people up at a funeral. They'll do that. There's been times where they cut them off on certain roadways. But this is nothing new with law enforcement. This is what they do. They look for reasons. So the Biketoberfest in 2025 is over, and visitors who spent their time roaring around Main Street in Daytona Beach gave the event high marks. The same can't be said for the group, the Pagans Motorcycle Club members who were stopped Saturday afternoon, October 18th, by Volusia County Sheriff's deputies on the International Speedway Boulevard Bridge. That's crazy. The group of about 25 to 30 pagans were stopped for multiple traffic violations. 4 of them got their bikes towed. I heard 4 of them were arrested, and they got their bikes towed. I do have video, and I will share it with you now. And there's a couple different angles of this situation. Let's check it out. I've been on that bridge quite a few times. But this is nothing new. Like, this has happened to the Outlaws quite a bit. Happens to the Hells Angels. I mean, this is what the cops do, Cut these bikes off, they funnel them in, and they ticket everybody. Every single place at these rallies where you put your feet down on the ground, there's police there. Scrap Iron, how you doing? There will be police contact. If you ride a bike to one of these festivals, right? One of these bike festivals, every time you put your feet on the ground, the police will be there to ticket you. You will get busted someday. I don't understand why you would ride knowing you're going through that county. Yeah, fuck that. I mean, there's no other way, right? You have to go over this bridge. You have to, so they just find a way to trap them. And that's what they did. This happens all the time. All the time. Sometimes the cops will surround clubhouses, and then people can't go anywhere. They're just trapped. So 4 of them got their bikes towed, but I heard 4 were arrested. The bridge was partially cordoned off to allow law enforcement action, which took place around 2 p.m. I believe all these charges would be dropped if they took it to trial or whatever. The event was streamed on Facebook by a driver headed the other way. Eric Torres described the action as a raid on the bridge. 2 official vehicles blocked off the bikes from exiting the bridge. 2 additional law enforcement vehicles blocked off the back of the line. Traffic was backed up on one side of the bridge with motorcycles parked 2 by 2 along the inside median. Traffic violation, including blocking intersections, according to deputies on the scene, who also said 4 bikes were towed because of their riders weren't properly licensed. Records show 4 men were arrested by deputies around that time of the bridge checks and not having a motorcycle endorsement license. One was also charged with possession of cocaine and drug paraphernalia. They were all booked into the Volusia County Jail and bonded out the same day. By the late afternoon, the bridge was mostly clear, with a few sheriff's vehicles and a tow truck still on the scene, probably waiting for any stragglers to go by so they could pick them off too. That's what they do. Hey, I was there Saturday morning. What's happening with the Pagans? And who else, Staxx? What happened? So they basically funneled them onto this bridge and basically raided the group. They said that the reason why they pulled them over is because they were blocking traffic. You know, when these guys ride together and they drive through traffic, sometimes the tail gunner or whoever it is will block off traffic, and these guys will just keep going through red lights and things like that. But that's the excuse they use why they did this. So the 33rd annual Biketoberfest began on October 16th and was set to close on Sunday. The event was created by the Daytona Beach Area Convention and Visitors Bureau to boost tourism during the off-season. The annual gathering usually draws an estimated 100,000 bikers and motorcycle enthusiasts to the area. Police were on high alert throughout the event, the first motorcycle gathering since a brawl and shootout between two biker gangs occurred during Bike Week in March. And you know, that was with the Mongols and the Warlocks. And, you know, there's been talk that the Warlocks and the Hells Angels have teamed up there in Pennsylvania, and I can confirm that they have. They have definitely been seen together up there in New Jersey. So that's what they do. I mean, they do this to every club, right? There's still little to no information about the shooting. Let me see. Here's what we know about the other situation that happened. Let me give you guys a little context. So this is the shootout that happened at the Wawa. There's still not a lot of information. They're keeping quiet about a lot of things, but I did hear that it was the unknown bikers versus the Pagans. I heard it from multiple sources. People were arrested. Full patch members of the Pagans were arrested during this incident. So this is what we know so far. The incident occurred Friday night around 9:12 p.m. at a Wawa convenience store and gas station on West Main Street near Trooper Road in West Nortonton Township. Now, this gas station has hundreds of video cameras all around it. Next time you go to the gas station, look up and count how many video cameras are there. You will be shocked to see how many video cameras are really at a gas station. So this incident has been covered by all angles with video cameras. To do something at a gas station is just like, I don't know, it's probably the worst place to ever do something like this. Police say 6 individuals were hospitalized following the shooting involving 2 rival motorcycle gangs. And they did not say if the people that were shot or hurt were citizens or club members. They just said 6 individuals. So it's not yet known if it was any club members or it could have been just people on the street. Authorities described the incident as isolated, and there's no ongoing threat to the public at this time. A heavy police presence responded to the scene, including cordoning off the gas pump areas of the Wawa. A separate incident possibly related to the shooting incident, reported minutes later in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, suggesting investigators exploring a connection between the two. Here's what we don't know and still under investigation. The specific names of the motorcycle clubs has not been made public. But I can confirm that they are definitely pagans were seen being handcuffed. And in other video, I believe you can see unknown bikers. But I can confirm it was the unknown bikers and the pagans at this situation. But they're not making that public yet. The identities, conditions, affiliations, whether they were club members, prospects, or associates, or civilians of the 6 injured individuals has not been made public. But I did see some people with pagan cuts on getting put on stretchers. So possibly it was just the club members who were hurt, but hopefully they're okay. The motive of the shooting remains unclear. Investigators have not publicly disclosed whether it was gang retaliation, territorial dispute, or spontaneous outbreak of violence. No arrests or charges have been reported, but I did see club members in handcuffs. This is a screenshot from a video of some members being handcuffed. I believe there's a video of 2 of them being handcuffed. So the motive remains unclear. No arrests have been made as of this time that they put out for public. It remains undetermined if Bridgeport's shooting is directly connected with the West Nortonton shooting, though the investigators are extreme possibility that they are connected. The shooting took place at a public site, a convenience store / gas station, which is significant. An outlaw motorcycle club violence often plays out in public spaces where rivals, presence, provocation, or show of force is involved. The involvement of rival motorcycle gangs suggests this may not be purely a domestic dispute, but rather part of a larger cycle of biker club conflict. Respect, territory, patch rights, or visibility matters in those worlds. The fact that hundreds of people may have been at or near the Wawa at the time means the public safety implications are serious. What began as a club conflict quickly became a mass injury event. For law enforcement, this incident likely triggers a deeper investigation into motorcycle club networks, membership roles, and possible racketeering or organized crime ties. So what does this mean for the Pagans Motorcycle Club? It is not good, because this puts a microscope on all these clubs in the area. And we have the other unsolved homicide of this man, the War Dog's Sergeant of Arms, Kenneth. He passed away senselessly in broad daylight on Sunday morning, right in front of a Wendy's. He was shot in the back twice. I believe he was shot more than twice, but I can confirm he was shot in the back twice. 3 to 4 men jumped out of a pickup truck with masks on and long guns and started shooting at him while he was sitting on his motorcycle on Sunday afternoon around 2:30 in the afternoon. That's a crazy situation. His funeral has been arranged, and I guarantee you the cops are going to be all over that. They're going to be blanketing the area when this funeral takes place. And there's a lot of information that has been collected. They found the pickup truck that was involved, and Philly says that's some 80s shit. It is crazy. Staxx, anything on the Inbreed Brotherhood? Yeah, I heard they've been talking about me. I heard they mentioned me. Talking shit. But it's okay. We're gonna Philly, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm on SSI. Sorry, I can't stand more. Love you, Staxx. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Man, if you're struggling, you don't gotta send me money. But I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. How many do you think possible Putin and bopping around Kremlin wearing French crown jewels? Possibly, right? Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Inbreed Brotherhood. I'm new to this channel in the past week. I can say a little bit about your background. Can I ask a little bit about your background? I'm a former gang member. I've been to prison before a bunch of times. Staxx coming to Bridgeport next month. I'll be in touch. All right, hit me up. So I've been to prison. I was a former gang member. I went to prison when I was a kid. I was about 13 years old. And I was in and out of prison for a long time. I thought my life was never going to change. I ended up getting out of the gang when I was young. And so I went to prison with no gang affiliation. And I got out of prison, in and out of rehabs, in and out of prison. Finally got my life together. I got sober. I waited about 1.5 to 2 years, and then I started this podcast. And I'm trying to show people that if you're out there struggling with an addiction, you can change your life. I was literally at the bottom of the barrel. My life wasn't going anywhere. I had nothing to look forward to. And I took all that shit that I've been through and I changed it all around. Now I'm doing positive things. I have a career. Things are looking up, man. So you can definitely do it. Today can be the first day of the rest of your life. Congratulations, man, on being clean since March. Keep going. March 13th. That's my dad's birthday. Keep going, man. And thank you. I appreciate that. So if you're out there struggling with drug addiction, just know you can do it. I'm 41. I'm done, man. Yeah, I quit when I was I think I was 38. 39. 39? I'm 46 now. Definitely. I started this channel with 1 subscriber, man. I didn't have shit. I had a cell phone and I started a YouTube channel. In 2021 I started this. And now I'm making documentaries. I got some major deals in the works. I'm in 3 movies. I'm on Vice TV. I'm getting awarded into the Hall of Fame on December 5th for the best media and writer of the year. I have a lot of great things in the works, and you just got to stay the course. It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be easy, but it's definitely worth it, man. Just take your focus. All the energy that you put onto the bullshit, put it towards something positive. You and your channel are a whole different breed. This is really a different channel. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to be outside of the box, man. There's a lot of people that do similar things, but I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be a little different than other people out there. You don't look a day over 45. I'm 46. I'm about to be 47, believe it or not. You're a good old soul, bro. Thank you. So we got another video. You remember the incident that happened? What movies are you in and what Vice show? I'm in Gangland. Is it Gangland? United Gangs of America, the Pagans. I'm in that show. I'm in Nadia's Request. I'm in The Undesirables with Matt Damon and I was a background actor in The Undesirables. At the scene where they're at a hostage situation, I'm getting interviewed by the news. I'm in the Nadia's request. I play a hitman. It was pretty cool situation. That's why I'm here and not on others. I appreciate that, Will. Definitely, just keep going, man. Sometimes you got to hit bottom to get to the top. Trust me, it was a lot of work, but it's worth it. It definitely is. Listen, my worst day sober now is better than my best day on drugs and alcohol. 100%, bro. Sky's the limit. And anyone can do it. Because if I was able to turn around, anyone can do it. I've been in psych wards. I've been at so depressed you can't get out of bed type shit. And I changed everything. Everything has changed. I got my family back. Like it's another world, man. I waited a long time to get in a relationship so I can be so I could be productive and be the man that I'm supposed to be to my significant other. And I feel I've accomplished that. And it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. You can do it. There was another story I wanted to talk about. Ooh, this is a crazy one. So, attempted carjacker of a soccer coach goes terribly wrong for one man. This guy got knotted up. Wait till you see this one. This is a good story. That hits home. Staxx, 4.5 years clean and sober. Spent the last 2.5 years building my channel. Helps fill the empty space and gives me something to work on. All that helps me stay sober. Hell yeah, Kev. What's your channel? I'll share it for you, man. Put the channel link in the description. I'll put it in the chat, man. Yes. I've been interviewed by Ian Bick. I've been on Lockdown 23 and 1. I've done a lot of interviews. Here, I'll give you guys a link for some of them. It's got a lot of views too. 63,000 views on my interview with Ian Bick. Shout out to Ian Bick. Look at what he did. You know, he's got one of the most successful podcasts out there. I definitely look up to that, man. He started with a phone too. I just shared the link. Yeah, I've been to Ian's studio probably, I don't know, 6, 7 times, something like that. I filmed with Matt Vitale. Not Matt. What the hell am I talking about? Manny Vitale. Shout out to Manny Vitale. My Fight Our War. Go check him out. I did an interview on his show too. And in between all these documentaries that I'm filming, I'm gonna film a documentary about myself as well. So let me see. I can't find the one on 23-1. He named it something else. I did 2 on 23-1. 2 interviews on his. Those got a lot of views too, like over 100,000. I did one on Thomas Berryman TV. Talked about recovery. Let me see if I can find Manny's. Maybe I'm typing in the wrong things or something. I don't know. I'm wearing a blue suit when I wear I'm wearing a 3-piece suit when I found it. I'm wearing a 3-piece suit when I did the interview. Shout out to Manny. He's a funny dude. I need to be a narrator too. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some narration work. I'm a videographer, if you guys don't know. People call me and I go travel around the country and I film. I get paid pretty good to do that too. Over $1,000 a day for that type of work. And I love it. So, but I'm filming some documentaries. I'm in the midst of it right now. And I'm going to be filming a documentary about my life. I'm going to start interviewing people that were close to me, and it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really in-depth interview. It'll be pretty good. I'll do my best on it. Did you hear about Rascal from the Homie Hangout? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Very sad situation. He was a good channel. He's the one that exposed Dubs for being a rat. And now Dubs is trying to say that he was cool with him and all this. And man, I ain't buying all that shit. This dude exposed Dubs' paperwork as being a SNY rata. Because Dubs wants to lie to everybody, tried to act like he was a solid individual. Why is that? Why do people want to lie about the shit they did? Just be honest. You're a rat, embrace it. I never went to PC. Never. There's a huge debate, right? that I'm having with Ambic about people in prison sitting down to pee. I've never been asked to sit down and pee. I've heard of people being told to sit down and pee. And my feelings about the situation are men stand up to pee. Women sit down to pee. So if you are willing, if you go into a cell and someone tells you you're going to sit down and pee and you do it, that's on you. But I've been to prison a lot in the past. Never, ever has anyone told me you sit down to pee. Ever. Never, ever. People are saying you would do it. No, I wouldn't. No. They would do it though. So I don't know. I don't know what the rules are nowadays in prison, but you definitely don't sit down to pee. And if you're going to have people telling you what to do and you're going to do it, that's on you. But I don't follow what people tell me to do. But I never had people try to tell me that. I've heard of it happening and people making people do that, but I wouldn't follow that. I'm not a gangster. I'm not the toughest guy out there, but I'm definitely not going to let people tell me what to do. They're like, oh, it's a respect thing. Pee splashes around and then you clean it up. Like, no. You got to aim good. Do something. But you ain't going to limit my manhood. It ain't going to happen. You ain't going to demasculate me and shit, especially in prison. It's not going to happen. They're like, oh, they'd make you do it. No, the fuck they wouldn't. Oh, la la land these people live in. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on. I did sit down. Outlaws don't take orders. I did not sit down. Outlaws don't take orders. Did anyone ever tell you to sit down and pee in prison? Has anyone in the chat, has anyone ever heard that before? I just interviewed someone who did a lot of time in prison, and I asked him, and he's like, what? Never. Staxx, did I miss the live? It's right on the end, man. Right on the end, Jimmy. Got about 2 minutes left. Oh, so let me tell you this carjacking story. This is pretty funny, crazy one. I got a couple pictures to share with you too. Keep bikers safe. Don't show your boobs until they have come to a complete stop. Look, it's the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood. It's Chitwood and his friends stopping the Pagans on the. They're like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over to the bridge and stop the Pagans. Chitwood and all his buddies. All right, so you guys ready for this story? This was a pretty crazy one. All right, so this guy, Cash Brown, his name's Cash Brown. He attempted to carjack a soccer coach. Well, give me one good reason why not to try to do that. A soccer coach, huh? 18-year-old man is in jail after he attempted carjacking Sunday in West Albuquerque. Court records show Cash Brown and two other juveniles attempted to steal an F-150 truck from Ranch Park around 6:45 Saturday. This is 6:45 a.m. Saturday morning. The owner of the truck was preparing the field for an up-and-coming children's soccer game when he noticed three men in his vehicle. Court documents say the owner of the truck confronted the men. When Brown attempted to swing on him, a brief altercation occurred, which resulted in the truck owner knocking out Brown cold. Knocked him out cold, according to court records. The other two males jumped into a red vehicle, allegedly fired gunshots into the air while leaving the park, and they left his friend knocked out on the ground. Albuquerque police arrived on the scene and took Brown into custody. Brown is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center and being charged with assault, conspiracy to commit burglary of a vehicle, and burglary of a vehicle. So he was charged with conspiracy and with the crime itself. So don't steal from other people, especially soccer coaches. Them dudes know how to kick, man. It's not about being a punk. It's more a respectful thing. I don't know. People see it different ways. I see it as the way you approach me about it. Is it a Cali thing? I don't know. I heard people, I just heard a couple people that said that they sit down to pee. I've never seen it. I've been locked up with lifers before, and they didn't make you sit down to pee. They didn't even ask you. So I don't know what they're talking about. But I'm not sitting down. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not going back to prison, so it doesn't matter. You guys can sit down all you want. I'm going to stand my ass up on the free world. So I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. Remember, if you're struggling with drug addiction or you're depressed, reach out to somebody. There's always someone that's willing to lend an ear and talk to you about your past. If you're depressed or you're going through alcohol and drugs, and you can start the rest of your life right now. Give it a chance. Hell yeah, Connecticut lifers. I was locked up with a lot of them. The whole block people had life. But thank you guys for joining me. If you're really depressed, call 988. I think it's star 988 or pound 988. It's the unaliving hotline, and they will talk you through it. Hope you guys have a great day. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. If you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. Go check out the new interviews I got. A lot of them are dropping. Kevin, hey good. Part 4 is the final part tonight at 10 o'clock. If you want to see the interviews first, join the membership or go to Patreon. If you join Patreon, it's exclusive content. Usually stuff I cannot play on YouTube, but there's a lot of it over there. But if you want to help out the show, hit up my Cash App at Chattin with Staxx, or you can use Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. And if you want to tell me your story on Chattin with Staxx, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. Or give me a show idea if you want to hear certain things, situation that happened. Let me know. I'm willing to take advice. I'm even open for constructive criticism. I listen to it all. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a great day. And I'll see you soon. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.